age of social media, we tend to consume a lot. Ridiculous amounts, honestly, like more than the human brain can really handle, especially if you're stuck in echo chambers of the same types of stuff. And with those echo chambers and kind of getting stuck in the same cycles of content that we're consuming, we tend to get stuck in our beliefs. We tend to shut down from being able to open up to other perspectives and beliefs. And I want to do an experiment today. Hey, my name is Darz. Welcome. Here on this channel, we grow, we learn, we get out of the comfort zone. Well, let's say we don't actually get out of it. We expand it, because everything we ever do is our comfort zone. And as we do stuff that is uncomfortable, we expand the edges of our comfort zone so that we can do more and more and more. So today, I was listening to a podcast. If you've heard of Jay Shetty, he has a podcast. Amazing. He talks to amazing people. It's very interesting. But, you know, it's another one of those things that we consume. And I realized and made note of the fact that a lot of times we consume, and we may not necessarily do things that we learn. We may not implement things. Sometimes it's a matter of, you know, people say, sit up straight. And you're like, okay. But it doesn't really hit home until, like, recently, somebody told me, roll your shoulders back. Game changer. I have been so much better at sitting up straight, at walking straight, at holding my back, not straight because your back has to be like an S curve, but like, I have been so much better at holding myself straight. Just because of that little tweak on words. It wasn't like sit up straight, it was roll your shoulders back. And now every time I find myself slouching, I'm like, okay, let me just roll my shoulders back. Amazing. And side tangent on that before I get to the other thing, the experiment part, I've always hated backpacks. Backpacks have always hurted my shoulders, like just terrible. Just, I feel horrible. It doesn't matter if the backpack weighs nothing. If I have a backpack on for minutes, like 30 minutes or something, horrible. But I started rolling my shoulders back when I have a backpack on, and it makes a difference. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. So, Jay Shetty's podcast, he was interviewing Wim Hof. Listening to that, I didn't even finish the podcast yet. I was listening to this part and I was like, let me stop and make this video because I'm so interested in trying this out. I have no idea if it's gonna work, and I'm quite skeptical actually, which is why I want to film this and make this video, because if it actually works, I'm going to be in shock. And it's going to be proof of the fact that we need to try things outside of our comfort zone. We need to try things even if we don't believe it. We need to try on different perspectives and beliefs and just try things, honestly. I mean, some people, fine, sure. If you're happy in your whatever you're doing, your routines, your things, okay. I mean, it's still good to get exposure and whatever. But anyway, I, for one, like to try different things and expand my comfort zone and grow and learn and see different perspectives. So this thing that he said is, he's like, how many push-ups can you do? So think about how many push-ups you can do. I'm going to check my number. I think I did 13 or 14 last time, somewhere around there from the last, what's it called? Fitness test video that I did. So that's how many push-ups I can do. So then he says, do 30 breaths, fully in, fully out, like from your head to your toes, breathe all the way throughout your entire body, 30 full breaths. And when you breathe your 30th in and then out, breathe all the way out and then start doing push-ups and see how many you can do. So I'm about to try that. He says this person, and this is like multiple times that he's seen this happen. This one person that he explained in the story, this person said they could do 15 push-ups. They did 30 breaths. They did 40 push-ups after doing that breath work. I'm about to see how strong I can really be after just doing 30 full breaths. Let's check this out. All right, so he said basically just sit on the floor, sit on a chair, whatever, and just get comfortable and do your breaths. So here we go. Okay, let me just shut off the fact that I'm mic'd and I have a camera on me. 23 push-ups. Sort of expected to feel a lot lighter when I started doing the push-ups. Like that was how I imagined it was gonna feel like, oh, I'm just gonna pump out a bunch of push-ups really fast and easy. So I didn't feel any different doing the push-ups. 23 compared to like, I mean, that's significant, I guess. But it also makes you wonder, was it the mindset? Because mindset is a huge part of strength. Huge. But a couple of things. Great experiment. Glad I tried it. Glad I got past the block of I can't do more than 15 push-ups, because that was like a dumb block, I guess. And as I was breathing, I was like really uncomfortable. I should have probably laid down or sat on a chair because my legs were kind of falling asleep. And I'm not trying to explain anything right now. I'm just like telling you how I felt and how it went for me. So as I was going through the breaths though, towards the end, I felt so much fuller, like I could take way longer breaths. At the beginning, it was like maybe like in a couple counts and out a couple counts, but then at the end, it was like in several counts and out several counts. Like I was definitely feeling a lot more. I was able to fill my lungs a lot more. Like I had more capacity to breathe. So that was interesting. But one more thing about that, let me just catch my breath for a second. Going back to the thing about roll your shoulders back, when people say things like, oh, just do this, oh, just do that. Like I said, sometimes it's just a different way of hearing it and it just clicks for you and you're like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I needed. For the breath, when I heard take 30 breaths in and out, I was like, that's so tangible. It sounds so doable. When people say meditate, I'm like, huh? Like I can meditate, but even if they say like meditate for 5 minutes, meditate for 10 minutes, just focus on your breath, whatever. I'm like, I can do that, but like, I don't know if I'm accomplishing the thing. Like, I don't know if I'm succeeding at the thing, because if I meditate for 10 minutes, the first 9 minutes might be my mind going around and round and round, and 1 minute of silence or quiet mind. And so it feels like it's so variable that I don't know if I'm succeeding at it or not, which meditation obviously isn't like something you succeed at, but that's how it feels for me. So when I heard 30 breaths in and out, I was like, I can do that. I can count to 30. I can breathe in and out. I can focus on that. And I know that when I'm counting something, my brain can focus on it so much better than if I'm like waiting for a timer to ring after 10 minutes. And I have discovered that in workouts, by the way. If you've tried so many different ways of working out and nothing works for you, try counting. Like, okay, I'm going to do 10 push-ups. I'm going to do 10 sit-ups. I'm going to do 10, whatever it is. Maybe you need the counting, because that has helped me a ton myself. Interesting experiment. I think if nothing else from this podcast, I'm pulling the 30 breaths. If I can start doing that, and I might talk about this next week, I'm going to experiment with that. But I really like that tangible 30 breaths in and out. And he says also to do it throughout a cold shower or on an empty stomach too is better. But if y'all try this out, let me know how it goes. Comment down below. I'm super curious. If you've heard of Wim Hof, if you've heard of Jay Shetty, anything interesting, helpful, self-development, eye-opening, fascinating for you, I'm always interested. Please share. I will see you tomorrow. Goodness gracious, I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.